What's going on? What's going on? It's Lady Dre, and welcome to Healing Session. I hope that you're having an amazing, abundant, prosperous, loving, fulfilling, masterful, purposeful day. I hope that this message finds you well. Okay, so for today, we are going to talk about how to heal in relationships. Now, the interesting thing is, and this is a moment of transparency for myself because relationships have always been an integral part in my healing journey, right? So from the age of 14, I've been in relationships, right? I have been single now for 5 years, right? And I have been celibate for going on almost 4 years. And the interesting thing is that, with me always being in relationships, again, whether it has been in partnerships, whether it has been with friends, whether it has been with family, a job, like relationships have been an integral part in me growing and evolving, right? And me being in this space to be able to learn about myself. Now, granted, while you're going through it, you don't realize that, you're learning, right? But it's not until you can look back and be like, okay, I get that, I understand that. And so the interesting thing is because, with being on both sides of being in relationships and dealing with people, again, whether it be family, friends, lovers, whatever, and then being on the other side of being single, I've learned a great deal in both, right? And so I was having a conversation with this young lady, and we were talking about relationships, and we were talking about just some things that she had, was expressing to me. And we won't go into detail about whatever it was, but we were having a conversation. And I truly believe that that is my purpose. That is my purpose, to be able to not only give knowledge and wisdom to, young women, to people that have, that are going through similar things that I've went through. And I've been in relationships where, I've been cheated on. I've been in relationships where I've been abused. I've been in relationships where, I took care of the man. I've been in relationships where, the man took care of me, but also at a cost. I've dealt with so many different relationships. And then even when it comes to friends, having friends that you think that have your back, and really they hate on the sideline, again, i.e. with family, same thing, where you are looking out for somebody, making sure that they good, and really they low-key hating on you, or low-key jealous of you, and you like, for what? You know what I'm saying? Same with on jobs. And again, it's not about, you know, everybody else is a bad person, because there's also parts that I've played in those same relationships, right? But the reality is that I was placed in those situations in order for me to learn about myself. And so I always say that relationships are a great mirror for you to be able to see what's going on with you, for you to check in with yourself, to see and understand your triggers, to understand why you move a certain way, to understand why you operate a certain way, to understand, your worth, to understand, or at least not even your worth, but to understand how you view your worth, how you see your worth. Because again, if we allow people to mistreat us, or to, do whatever they want to us, it's really giving them a pass to say that I don't think that I'm worthy of having great relationships. I don't think that I'm worthy of having a partner that respects me, that loves me, right? That protects me. And so it's important that you utilize the relationships that you have in your life to be able to gauge just where you are along your healing journey, and use them as tools to be able to heal those areas that maybe are not healed, right? That you have left unchecked. And so the interesting thing is, how was, a lot of times what we do is, especially when we're in relationships, and especially if we're having that conflict of like not knowing if you should stay, or should you go, 9 times out of 10, you know what you want to do. But sometimes we may bounce ideas off of others to kind of get a feel for, what they think or how they feel. But ultimately, like, what you want to do, and really, when we're looking for, outside opinions, it's really because we're afraid to stand on what we know, what we need to do, right? And so I was just encouraging her to, you know, uh, set the intention of what she wants for her life. And I can say this because I had to go through this, but it was trial and error. It was trial and error for me to understand, like, not only what I wanted for myself, what I envisioned my relationships to look like. And again, not just romantically, but, family, friends, in a career or a job. Like, I know how I wanted to be treated. I know how I wanted to show up. But you have to set those intentions, and you set those intentions by, again, how you allow people to treat you, right? You set those intentions by you making better choices, you making higher choices for yourself to say, hey, I'm not going to accept that. Hey, I'm not going to tolerate that. And again, it's a daily thing that you have to do in order for you to show up for yourself. But the beautiful thing is that, when you are in a relationship, you can heal, those aspects of yourself, because there are going to be times where you are going to need others to be able to heal certain aspects of yourself. But then there's going to be times where it's just all you need is you. All you need is you, for you to be able to show up and say, hey, I'm going to set this intention to work on myself, because there's going to be things that only you can do. Nobody else can help you with. Nobody else can show up for you but you and God. You understand what I'm saying? And so, whatever side that you land on, whether you're in a relationship or you are single, just know that the time that you have is for you to be able to grow, for you to be able to evolve, and for you to be able to experience whatever it is that you need to experience, but not only for you to be able to heal from, but for you to be able to share that experience to help somebody else, right? And so that's why I understand that now, that it's part of my purpose and part of the plan for me to be able to share that knowledge and wisdom, because I know that I went through a lot of different things, but it also taught me, again, how to show up for myself, how to love myself, right? How to value myself. And it took time. It took time, and it took dedication, and it took, not only preparation, but the perseverance to be able to keep on moving forward, to keep on going, even when I didn't see the change, or even when I didn't see the shifts in my personal growth, right? So I want to encourage you that you can heal in relationships, but even if you're not in a relationship, know that you can still do the work on your own, because there are going to be some things that you are going to have to do on your own, and you just need to be in a space to know that no matter who comes or goes, in your life, you need to still be able to be self-sufficient within yourself, and know that you're still going to be able to take care of yourself. You're still going to be able to show up for yourself. You're still going to be able to do what you need to do for yourself, whether you have a partner or not, whether you have somebody standing next to you or not, whether you have, a section of people cheering you on or not, right? So I encourage you to continue on your healing journey, continue to show up as your authentic self, continue to love yourself, right? Love yourself to the max. I love y'all, and y'all be easy. Make sure that y'all also check out part 2, because in part 2, we're going to talk about how to heal from past relationships, right? So I love y'all. Y'all be easy. And yeah, I love y'all.